Since the midterms and the 2024 presidential election already going full speed, campaign ads, believe it or not, already popping up in places across the country. And our Capitol reporter Forrest Saunders tonight joining us live from Tallahassee. Forrest, these ads are targeting Ron DeSantis, who has not announced yet if he's running for the White House.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, journalists have tried their best to try and get the governor to address whether or not he is going to make a run in 2024. He's mostly deflected those questions, but that hasn't stopped his supporters from trying to push DeSantis into a 2024 presidential bid. Next time you scroll social media, don't be surprised if it looks like the next presidential election is near.
I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
There are PAC ads for former President Donald Trump, who's running again, and online attack ads by the current President Joe Biden.
You also had people that were very fine people.
Plus, third parties like the Lincoln Project are up to it again.
It's America or Trump.
But coming online Wednesday night, this ad for a candidate not even technically in the race.
We need Ron DeSantis.
Newly formed Super PAC, Ron to the rescue behind it. GOP strategist John Thomas, the group's creator. He's hoping to, he says, build a foundation for Florida's governor to become America's president.
We need to put in place the infrastructure so that we have a turnkey operation that we can hand over to the governor if and when he decides to run for president.
Thomas says his motivation was DeSantis' large victory on election night. While the nation saw a red puddle, the governor oversaw a red tsunami in Florida.
Freedom is here to stay.
Since launching the PAC over the weekend, Thomas says Ron to the rescue has nabbed more than $1 million in commitments and plans to start running TV ads like the online Post.
While our nation struggled, Florida thrived.
In the key caucus state of Iowa in about a week.
What we're saying is we would like the former president to shift from a party leader to a party elder and make room for Governor DeSantis, who has shown the way that he can save the Republican Party in 2024.
At the moment, DeSantis keeps swatting down questions about the presidency.
People just need to chill out a little bit on some of this stuff. I mean, seriously.
And saying he's focused on Florida. Is there a chance he won't run? Sure. But for Thomas, the danger of backing a candidate who isn't running is worth the risk. Now, of course, President Donald Trump, he planted that early flag so that he could potentially clear out the primary field. But as we move forward in this 2024 cycle, we keep hearing more and more names pop up, like former Vice President Mike Pence, former Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and several other governors and other officials who might be eyeing a run in 2024. Paul?
Yeah, many others, Forrest. If it's anything like 2016, you had about a dozen candidates up there on the stage taking shots at each other. Some of them were just running to sell books. Any word in Tallahassee, on the ground there where you are, on when DeSantis would need to make a decision about running? Because the biggest mystery is now out of the way. We know Trump is running, so that's on the table. DeSantis, as you know, he still has a job to do. He's got a state to run. You've got the legislative session in March, which won't be over until late May of 23. So does it make sense for the governor to skate on this until next summer?
Yeah, a lot of strategists say that it would make more sense for him to kind of wait until after we get outside of the legislative session. And the reason for that is because it might give him an opportunity with supermajorities in both chambers to put more political feathers in his cap, to have more of a record to run on if he were to announce. But of course, the drawback here is that if he stays out of the race, he's probably going to have to endure more of those swings from former President Donald Trump without being able to really engage them.
And that $200 million war chest doesn't hurt either. All right, Forrest Saunders live for us in Tallahassee.